Been a regular fixture asking these questions for the last 2 years, but I understand, based on the last estimates, that the Governance Forum for Food Regulation was going to meet in June to make a decision on food for hemp, but that forum agreed to extend the review period of the use of the hemp until the 5th of December 2014. Can you provide detail on why further time was needed, why there was an additional extension?
Steve McCutcheon, Chief Executive Officer, Food Standards Australia New Zealand. The information you just provided is correct. FSANZ was given an extension to finalise its review by the 5th of December 2014. I'm not able to provide any comments on why ministers gave us that extension or indeed the detail of that, because FSANZ is not involved in those discussions. But we've been given a deadline. We will meet that deadline and then it'll be over to ministers.
Senator, if I can assist, I'm happy to provide to you, insofar as I can, the actual discussions around there, but I would need to obviously discuss it with the forum in terms of what they would be happy to share. But there was further information that was required. The forum did ask FSANZ to come back with that information, and just for clarity for you, at the forum we also agreed to have the next meeting at the end of January. I think it was the 20th of January. So at that point we will again examine the report from FSANZ, but I expect at that point we may have a determination.
So the 5th of December, you'll get the report and then you'll review it and release it on.
The reason it was December is normally the meeting is held in December, but at the previous forum meeting it was determined to hold the next meeting in January. So just to clarify for you that you're not expecting the forum to meet in December, it will be January.
Can you, Senator Nash, can you give us any of the issues that were raised as to why?
Look, I would prefer to get agreement from the forum before I canvass those, but I'm happy to look at that for you and do insofar as I can.
I have asked in previous estimates, and the answers were basically around policing issues.
They were. I just want to clarify. I just want to clarify you rather than guess in my memory exactly what they were. I'd rather look at those in detail for you and come back to you with some clarity around that answer, Senator.
So Jan 20th is when the forum will meet next, and you're expecting to have a deliberation by then?
Well, we are expecting to have the further information from FSANZ to consider at that point.
Okay, so you won't necessarily make a decision on January 20th?
It'll be a decision of the forum, but I can certainly indicate to you at that point in time we will be considering the information provided to us by FSANZ.
Okay. Just in actually how it works, and obviously there's a real buzz around hemp industry at the moment, particularly in Tasmania. There's been a lot of media. The state government's been talking positively about it. Senator Colbeck's been talking positively about it. Can you proceed at a state level without federal approval, or does it require this forum's approval for any commercial industry to be established? I know there's trials, there's limited trials at the moment, but is it absolutely necessary?
Look, I might just refer to Mr McCutcheon for that.
Under the Australia New Zealand Food Standards Code, which is the primary reference document for states and territories, hemp is a prohibited substance for sale, so it's not allowed to be sold as a food.
As a food? As a
food.
Can hemp seed, or I suppose hemp seed oil is only classified for food?
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
Any derivatives of hemp seed presented for sale as food would be non-compliant with the Food Standards Code.
But hemp-for-fibre is a different matter?
That's correct.
And that's perfectly okay at the moment under current?
As far as I understand, yes. I know hemp is grown for a range of other uses.
Okay, thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you. Were there